Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome to the next episode of the Late Early Morning Show. And unfortunately, we are still quarantined, and I'm going crazy as well. So, the last time we did it, we had the opportunity to interview me, which was kind of fun. So, if you liked that video and you want to write a card, I would love for you guys to write a card to Ted Coates. And then if you want to send that to him, your parents can look in either Church Life or contact me, because that would be so cool, and he would absolutely love that because he worked so hard on that video, and it was so fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I hope you have pancakes. I'm saying I hope a lot, but I do hope you guys have pancakes this morning, or whatever your favorite breakfast food is. So the last time we interviewed myself, and because the pickings are slim, we today are interviewing someone that you guys know, and that person is Ilya Marakovich. Let's give it up at your house. Let's give it up for Ilya. Woo! There's no one here, so the hype is low here, but I hope it's high in your house.
If you'll notice,
Button out, yes.
Got to get the button undone.
First lesson.
Now, I'm excited
buttons.
because you brought me on, and I'm actually hoping this means I can queue up the intro. Is that what we get to? Can I do that? Can I, as a guest, do I get to queue up the intro?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey, guys, welcome to another edition of Breakfast with Brendan. It's time.
It's the Late Early Morning Show featuring Breakfast and Brendan with Brendan. 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 And your host, Brendan.
Thank you, coronavirus, for making every day a student council Crazy Harris Spirit Day. Thank you, family pets, for helping us realize that life is about naps, snacks, and playing catch. Not all good deeds deserve a treat. Thank you, e-learning, for helping my mom realize that I am indeed smarter than her, and that there is no such thing as the carry the one in the math I know. Thank you, Zoom, for letting me see all my classmates' pets' bedrooms, kitchens, and breakfast choices more than I ever wanted to know. And finally, thank you, toilet paper, for being a more popular item than Fortnite skins.
Welcome back. We're excited you're with us. Today, my guest on the show is Brendan. And, well, actually, no, I'm the guest.
That was me.
Okay, sorry, my bad. I got carried away there. Go on. You have a thing.
So, guys, we just finished Jesus Is, and the high school is actually on the same timeline this last 4 weeks. And they also did Jesus Is. And
Yeah, we did.
obviously, when you get to high school, it's a bit more in-depth and there's more concepts to learn. But we are going to go at a little recap of the 4 concepts that we went over in these last 4 weeks in this series. So, Elia, in a couple sentences, which is very hard for you because you like to talk and
I love to talk.
you are right
and
in
you-
your head most of the time.
And you put me in front of cameras.
And there's cameras, yes.
now we're in
So the
trouble.
talking is probably going to be more. But 1 or 2 sentences, if you can keep it down to that. We're going to go over the 4 concepts that we went over these last 4 weeks. So the first one is Jesus is.
Do
Do you guys remember?
Jinx.
You owe me a Coke?
No,
Soda?
you owe me
Whatever.
a Coke. Jesus is God.
That's it. Jesus is God. So for 1 or 2 sentences, what does that mean to you? Obviously, there's so many more concepts and so much backstory, but what does that mean?
Yeah, okay. That is a big concept. Thank you for that.
Big
for
concept.
Too big. That's me sucking on my tooth. Jesus is God.
That's what I said. Yep.
Yeah, now, okay. I'm going to try and keep this. Yeah, you said 1 or 2 sentences?
1 or 2 sentences.
I'm already at 5 or 6 sentences.
Yeah.
so
I mean,
we're
you're already done, but here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay. So,
Grace.
grace. So Jesus is God. So one of the things that we've been gifted with is the scriptures, right? So when we look through the Old Testament scriptures, what we see are a ton of prophecies, all pointing to the divine being God coming to earth and saving humanity. And so for years, the Israelite people were looking to see who this Messiah would be. And when Jesus showed up, I mean, he did things so differently, but he also, I mean, he did things just as God had planned them. And he made sure there were signs and miracles and things pointing back to definitively make it clear he is God. Yeah.
So the next one is to just keep kind of going on with that because obviously these all go hand in hand. The next one was Jesus is Savior. So you said saving, you said Messiah. We talked about that. What, like, again, a couple sentences of what that means kind of in the scope of Jesus is God, Savior.
Well, real quick,
And
how's
there's
my
more.
collar? Is my collar okay?
Collar's great.
Okay, cool.
It's great.
I had a weird moment where I was like, is my collar wrong? Jesus is Savior. So when we think about a Savior, we need to start thinking about what do we need to be saved from. And I think that is a big question, and I think all of us can acknowledge honestly that there is sin in the world, and there's sin that's around us, there's sin that's within us, there's sin that we experience, and sin that we create. Sin is here, and the power of that sin keeps us in a place of death, and it keeps us in a place where destruction kind of reigns in our own lives. I mean, you've said hurtful things to family members. That's a part of sin, and Jesus came and saved us and freed us from that power of sin. And that, I mean, that's it. He's a Savior. He came in and showed us the way to not be controlled by sin and death anymore.
Awesome. Yeah. So the third concept was Jesus is truth.
Yeah, Jesus is truth. What we talked about with our high schoolers is this idea that Jesus wasn't just speaking the truth, Jesus was living the truth. And I think that is so important, that if we're going to believe what he says, that's really important, but also that we live like him and live the truth out, so that as he's taking care of people, a part of being in the truth is caring for other people. A part of being in the truth is embodying and living out that divine calling from God.
Yeah. And to top it all off, last week we talked about how Jesus is the best friend. Now, can you talk about a little bit about that, and then probably one story of maybe a childhood best friend
Sure.
or a best friend now?
Yep. Best friend. I think friends, I mean, everybody has some friends, and I think friends get to be a part of your life, and sometimes friends are there for a season, and sometimes they're gone. And I think what makes a best friend is that a best friend will experience the good and the bad with you and stay with you and stick around with you. And I think Jesus being our better than our best friend, I think that means like Jesus will experience with you the greatest of great moments and the worst of low moments. and he'll always be with you. There's nothing that can ever separate you from his love. Yeah. But you asked about story too. There was a guy in high school. His name was Ace. Yeah, like the playing cards. Actually, that's exactly where he got his name from. We grew up going to student ministry stuff together, and during one of the years, we had like 5 Roberts in our student ministry. It was too many Roberts. It was too many Roberts. And so somebody was called Bob, somebody was called Robert, someone was Bobby, and then we kind of ran out of nicknames. And our student pastor, he took a deck of cards and he pulled out an ace, and he was like, "Well, we're gonna call you Ace," and
Perfect.
it stuck. And not even like in like a "ha ha, it's Ace," but like all his social media, he was labeled as Ace. Every time he met a teacher or was in a class, he would say his name was Ace. People would say, "No, but like, what's your real name?" It was Ace. And he would just go by Ace all the time. We would be at his house, and his parents would call him Ace.
That's funny.
It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Brilliant work by that youth pastor there. And, so Ace was a really good friend of mine. He was the kind of friend that we would give each other a call and, like, meet up places on bikes, because before we could drive and once we could drive, I mean, it was my route to school was past his house so that him and I could drive separately together to school. It was a very weird thing. But I went through this phase in high school where I was sarcastic. I thought sarcasm was cool. More so than now. Now I'm at like a 4 out of 10 on the sarcasm scale. Then I was at like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, where anything that happened, I had something to say. And so whether that something was kind or good, didn't matter. I just would say it. And I would try to kind of always do it for the bit. And Ace, being my best friend, had the courage and the care and the love to come to me and basically say, "Look, like, I don't like who you are. I don't like this version of you. I don't really like this isn't you." And he was right. I mean, he was absolutely right. But so he actually invited me to become a better person. He sat with me in the sadness of, like, he doesn't want to spend time with me right now because I'm just kind of a jerk. And but he stuck with me, and we're still friends to this day. And we don't talk all the time, but we're still friends.
Yeah, because life.
Yeah, I mean, life. Let's be fair, life.
Yeah.
Like, you guys take a lot of my time, which is good. I love you guys. But
It's true.
yeah, but it's like, okay. But he's the kind of guy that I can call at any point, and we're just still there because we've become best friends and we're together.
There through the thick and the thin, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
no, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So, I mean, I hope that what I said at the beginning of this series was that there was a kind of a goal, but this is a goal that you just keep building on as you take this faith journey, is like that, the question of, like, who is Jesus to me? Because we know, like, there's truth, there's who Jesus is, and then the great part of it is that each person experiences Jesus in such an amazingly different way, but that it's still connected, that we are still one body, but that we are connected in different ways, and it's just so awesome. So all of that to say is, I hope that this series has helped you guys kind of come to more of a conclusion now that will definitely keep getting built on, but somewhat of a conclusion that says, okay, who's Jesus to me? And really asking that question of who is Jesus to me? So thank you for that. And I think we're gonna take some calls right now because we got a phone here. So
Yeah, well,
we can take some calls.
you guys know the number to call, right? Is that so? If they called, that phone will ring.
I mean, I didn't tell them.
But if someone does call, that phone will ring.
I don't know if that phone will ring. I don't think so, because I don't think it's plugged in. It didn't work in my office, and now it's broken even more.
Okay. Yeah. So that's not a phone.
It is a phone.
It's shaped like a
It
phone.
just doesn't work. There's no one on the other end.
Hello. It's like Rowan's. It's like Rowan's like little play phone.
Pretty much.
Yeah, where he's like
Yeah.
walking around the house making calls and just.
That's
like,
exactly what
okay.
it is.
Well, guys, look. Here's the thing. This phone may not work, but I have a phone that does work. And in fact, it's not my phone. It's his phone.
my
And so what we want you guys to do, especially because it's quarantine, and I think it would just be really funny. Here is Brendan's cell phone number.
Not very funny.
So what you guys can go ahead and do is you guys can shoot him a message. You guys can shoot him a text. You guys can ask him any questions you want. And we're going to feature the best questions on the next Late Early Morning show. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. And so
Yep.
you can just ask him. And if you ask a silly question, well, we're just not going to answer it. So ask cool questions.
Or
Ask
give
good
you
questions.
a silly answer.
We might give you a silly answer. That's actually possible. Yeah. Well, I mean, I may not even be here for it, but I'm excited for your answers because you're going to go ahead and
That's true. Well, it's very similar to last week when we had Thursday night and the kids that
That's
were on
true.
there asked me 150 or so questions.
It was. I mean, I heard it was really good. I had to get
was
out of
fun.
there, and
It was fun. It was a
and
good
I
time.
apparently missed out on the fun. But
We were like
here's-
40 minutes over.
yeah,
So
next time he does that, you guys can just leave. So
it's true.
that's full
what I
permission.
said that multiple times.
So I have a couple questions for you that are not phone number related.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
no phone number on there.
There's no. I erased the phone
You
number.
s- Oh, okay.
So here's a
Question
question I have for you.
All right, shoot.
And I'm not going to write it down. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, but you have that open.
Yeah, this is just to make it look like I'm more professional.
Interesting.
Okay, so this is super important because you cover quality content. You're helping our community grow. You care about people. Your beard is fire, and you're always down for Zaxby's. And
Keep
so
going.
I
mean,
just feed me more. And so one of the questions I have for you is this: what is your favorite Disney movie?
it has to be Hercules. And
Not Aladdin?
it was Aladdin for a long, I wouldn't say a long time. They're very close. Very close.
So you're talking like a first, second kind of a scenario here.
Yeah, like 1A, 1B.
But like, what happens if you're not first?
You're last.
Amen.
But I would say Hercules. Yeah.
Okay, tell me a bit more about like Hercules and like what kind of draws you to that movie. I'm curious.
So as a kid, I mean, I think a lot of people would understand this. If you've seen Hercules,
Please tell me you've seen Hercules. Like,
hopefully.
if you haven't seen Hercules, pause this right now, go find it, watch it, and then come back.
It's true.
We'll wait for you.
Yeah.
Ready? So tell me a bit more about Hercules.
So Hercules drew me in as a kid because, one, it's about a demigod, and who doesn't want to be a demigod?
You mean like what's his name? Maui?
Percy Jackson?
Maui?
Oh, not Maui.
Percy Jackson? Is he a demigod?
Was Maui a demigod or a god?
No. Maui was a demigod. There's a whole song about it.
Oh, Percy Jackson is a demigod as well.
There's a lot of demigods out there.
There's a lot of demigods.
Yeah, but I still think, and maybe you guys don't know, but if we got him a sleeve of tattoos, wouldn't he not be able to look like Maui? Come on.
That's like,
You can text that in to the
I
number
feel like
we
that's
previously
like-
showed.
I don't know how I take that because that's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's like,
I feel
have
like you take it
seen
as
the
a
man?
I think you take it as a compliment. But
I
it's also an
guess.
animated character,
I
so it's not
appreciate it.
actually him.
But back to Hercules.
Can we get
Hercules
you dreads?
was
We got to stay focused, you're right.
no dreads. So Hercules, it drew me in because it was just a really great story of kind of rising to the top and then falling and then getting back to where he was, but as a new man, as a new creation. So very similar, and a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of Disney movies. Some Disney movies had that correlation, and I was a church kid, and so I just really resonated with that, like, because I think we can all resonate with that, with the like we get so high on our high horse, and we sometimes get knocked down and have to build back up to see that, oh, maybe, like your friend said, maybe that's not who I really was. Maybe I was trying to be someone else, and that's what Hercules was doing, and he got back to where he was without his power, when in reality his power was inside him the whole time. So
that's so good.
I love that, and even as a kid, obviously it wasn't like deeply thought like that, but I just remember just really resonating with that, and just everyone wants to be the hero.
Yeah.
So
Well, I agree with you. I think Hercules is up there, and I mean top. I mean, it's got to be top two. I don't. Maybe the second was Aristocats, but like
that's a good one.
it's kind of soft place, and then Mary Poppins. But that's okay. But Hercules, like
Okay, top 5 Disney movies. We got to do it now.
okay. I don't know if
I'm going Hercules.
Okay, Hercules.
Aladdin, very close.
They're like almost the same.
They're pretty much they're
trying to
1A,
remember.
1B.
I'm trying to remember all the Disney movies.
And then I would say Mary Poppins was up there.
It's top
Probably
dollar.
3. I would say 3rd. I almost went off track with this. Not Disney.
I know. I almost
went
Pixar.
Power Rangers.
Oh wow.
Honestly, newer ones. Princess and the Frog.
Pretty good.
Dude, I
haven't seen it.
I have a soft spot for the Princess and the Frog.
You guys hear that? Princess and
Super
the Frog.
good. And then what would I say the first? Oh, Treasure Planet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Treasure Planet. Be 5th.
Okay, so I have thoughts on Treasure Planet.
We don't need to get into that. Top
Okay.
5.
Okay, top 5. You're
As
right.
much as you can say.
Okay, so top
Think
5.
of.
It is in fact it's Mary Poppins. That was one of those cassettes that I used to pop in, watch, rewind, rewatch all the time.
So VHS.
Yeah.
Cassette.
VHS.
That's a cassette. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I hate you. So Mary Poppins, Hercules, Aristocats, because again, it's so good.
It's good.
Just solid. Atlantis.
Ooh, forgot about that one.
I'd
That's top 10.
Yeah.
I mean,
Atlantis.
Yeah, so good.
Yep. Solid.
I wonder how many they haven't
Completely
seen these.
underrated movie. Atlantis, I mean, was just so
That was
good.
4th? 5th?
That was 4. I honestly, I'm blanking on a 5th one at this
Whatever,
point.
yeah.
I mean, you could say Jungle Book, but I only watched that like
It's great.
twice.
Yeah, it's
But
great.
my
Yeah.
problem is I would watch the same ones over.
Yeah.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's it. That's
Oof.
number 5.
I don't know about that one.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
What are your guys' top 5 Disney movies?
Text them into that number.
That number,
we just
yep.
put on there.
I'm
Text
gonna
them
get
in
a lot
right
of
now.
text.
Right
Great.
now. Blow
I'm
up
excited
his
for that.
phone.
Not
Text it in.
excited. So, text those in. Yeah, I would really love to hear that. And then
But no, I
we'll
wanted
see
to talk
how
about
close
Hercules.
they are.
I wanted
Hercules,
to talk
yes.
about
Back to Hercules.
Yeah, because that was okay. Because
Yeah.
you brought up a really good movie, and you talked about how there's kind of like the up and the down, and then the up, and I think that I think it just ties with our series because what I think what happens is like when I was younger, because I liked Hercules, obviously. I was really into like how like strong Hercules was and how like independent and like he was the man, and like in my brain I was like, that's what you want to be.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I kind of started to shift why I loved this movie, because what the movie did for me was it was okay. Yeah, like he's kind of the man, but he's not the man just for himself. He's the man to save people.
Mm-hmm.
And I somehow missed that as a kid. You were obviously a smarter kid, but I missed that as a kid. And so not only did he value people, but he also then had very close people that were close friends that were in his circle, in his community. And
Yeah, his sacrificial act at the end of jumping into the pit of souls
every time
to get the girl
it gets me every
It's
time.
so good.
So good. And
comes out because, well, what they say is only a god can do that, and blah, blah, blah.
oh, I
And
just got chills.
so,
I
I
just
mean, and he
actually
goes
got
and does,
chills.
yeah, it's great. I'll probably go home and watch that.
You're
and
gonna have
cry.
to. Hopefully, you guys
So-
do. So that movie, what I love is the way that not only just that movie, but other movies, is the things that I saw when I was a kid that I really, really liked, and I thought this is a good movie or this is a really good video game or something. And then as I got older, I began to change why I saw them as really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to see something new and different about them. And I think this series that we just came out of, Jesus Is, I think that for now, for some of you guys, for now, Jesus is God, is something that you're going to be, thinking about. And then like in maybe a week, maybe a year, maybe 10 years, that will begin to shift. It's not that Jesus is no longer God. It's that Jesus is, and now you're focusing on another part of who Jesus is.
The season that you're
Yeah,
in.
and as life changes and moves, the way you can understand Jesus changes and moves. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing, not only about the movie Hercules, but about Jesus himself. I think you can just keep exploring him. I think it's very cool. I do have another question.
One more.
I do get one more question. Brendan said don't go too long, but now I'm hijacking this, so I apologize. But here it is. I'm almost afraid to ask it. Who is your favorite character in Star Wars?
Everyone hates him, but Jar Jar Binks.
You're not You're not kidding.
No, dead serious. I've told it to multiple people. That's not like I'm not. It's not like I'm just doing this to get this reaction. It's just he's a great character.
Come on!
A great character. He loves people. He loves to help. He's kind of a dunce sometimes, but
Is this
he
a joke?
loves to help. No,
This has to be
no,
a joke.
it's not a joke.
I'm not.
You can ask the Woods kids. Told them that it is. We can't dwell on this because I feel like everyone hates him because everyone hates him. That's it.
No, everyone.
No, that's it. Everyone
Now my mic
I'm
is
called to be
unscrewing.
set apart, and I'm set apart from everyone who just
Don't even.
thinks that they hate him.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't.
No, I
don't
did
s-
that.
Don't. Now my mic is all messed
I
up.
did
'cause
that.
of your nonsense. Oh.
We're
Jar Jar
moving on
Binks.
because you're gonna
Ugh.
get heated.
I'm very
You're already
upset right
heated.
now. I'm like, this is not.
So
I'm sweating. I'm now sweating. I've been fine this whole time, and now I'm sweating.
we
Ugh.
are going to go into a little game
Oh, great.
that he doesn't know what I'm writing on this. You guys will see in a second. So we
So
want you to
frustrating.
play this at home. Like, get your brothers and sisters, get your mom and dad, get your dog. I know the Warzalas will grab their dog, that's for sure. So make sure that you are being nice. I'm saying this right now because I'm not going to get in trouble for this. Make sure you're being nice because this is a very quick game of kind of what comes to mind. So right now he's going to see this.
I genuinely have no idea what's written on this.
And
this
he's got to
whiteboard.
say the first thing that comes to mind, and then we'll see what he says. Again, make this nice.
Jerry is sarcastic.
Jerry is sarcastic. Boom.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad because
You
we were
have-
just talking about how I was in a sarcastic phase and I grew out of the sarcastic phase. And now
true.
I just identified Jerry as sarcastic. So that's, I mean, I think he's maybe a good sarcastic,
Yeah.
but he
He's
is
fun.
sarcastic.
Yeah,
He's
fun.
kind of got a,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, he's not
think
rude.
that's good.
So here's the next one. So you can use your family members. You can use us as staff members. We would love it. If you want to videotape it and send it to us, if you use the staff, definitely film it and send it to us so we can all have a laugh and have
This
some
stresses
fun.
me out.
So here's the next one.
Bald.
That was way too quick, but it's very true.
Don is
very,
bald.
very, very true.
He's a part of the balds.
The Balds.
Yeah.
Is that like
Balds
a
always
crew?
win. Yeah.
Balds always win. Is that like a biker gang?
Yes.
So this one, you guys know it's coming. He doesn't know it's coming, but it's coming. All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Epic.
Epic. Interesting. I thought you were going to say like the cutest, the best, the
no.
best baby.
Epic is the word because here's the thing about Rowan. He's the gift that doesn't quit giving.
That's true.
So like, get this. So most babies are annoying.
Uh-huh.
This baby wants alone time.
That's like you.
I
Like
know,
a
it's
spitting image
insane.
of you. That's
This
awful.
baby
That's
will like
horrible.
go to his room and go to the crib and be like, put me in the crib. He doesn't talk yet,
That's
so it's
funny.
more like, "Ba-da-bee-dee-doo-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba." And
But
it's like,
you know he's saying.
yeah,
put
because
me
he's
in the
pointing
crib.
at it and getting mad at you.
'Cause I don't,
And so you put him in the crib and you throw all the stuffed animals in there with a couple books.
and he's just good.
And he like freaks out, like, ah! And then falls on animals and then sits down and starts reading books, even though he doesn't read.
That's awesome. Like
It's
the
the most
pictures.
bizarre thing ever. Okay. All right, it's your turn. You're
My
up.
turn. It's my turn.
You're absolutely up. Let me think.
Don't know.
Oh, this stresses. See, now this is even worse because I feel like if I put a name down and then you say something horrible, that's my fault.
I don't think anyone would blame you. It's coming out of my mouth.
All right. Well, let's see.
Show the folks at home. And then
All right, and
Tim is like a big brother. And like a big brother as in likes to pick at every different thing that you have, whether it's pulling your hair or making fun of your shoes or something like that.
all right, let's see.
So, yeah.
So we did Tim. Let's go ahead and try this one.
I don't know what it is. I honestly don't.
Oh! I spelled that
Oh.
wrong.
If you can't read his handwriting, that's on him. He can't write.
All right, let's go ahead and see. And go.
Clean.
Clean.
Yeah.
What does that make you?
I guess that makes me dirtier.
Dirtier.
But yeah, so Peter, my
Dirt-
best friend, he just bought a house and we moved in. And so yeah, he's clean as in like he just likes to he's like everything clean. And so I'm doing a better job, I think, of just trying to clean up after myself. And we lived for 5 years together before that at his parents' house.
Are you the kind of person who like you don't have a laundry basket, you have like a laundry day where you're like, oh, my floor is covered, I can't see it, let me scoop it all into a space and then wash it? Or do
Yeah,
you have like
pretty
a
much.
basket?
No, pretty much. I have both. So whenever I feel like using one or the other, the floor or
I'm
the
getting
basket.
stressed out. I'm a very organized person.
Oh no,
It
it's so
stresses me
bad. You
out.
wouldn't like my room.
Here we are. Here's the next one.
I'm scared about this last one.
This one has me excited because I think he thinks he knows, but he doesn't know.
I don't know if I know or not. Home.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like real.
I saw like 3 letters, so I thought you were gonna put like Amy. And I
Yeah.
was gonna be like loud, like I was ready for that. But then
Yeah, no.
it was, we all know Miss Crispin is loud.
Come
so,
on. We're not, I mean, she knows, we know, the neighbors
But-
know. It's fine.
the neighbors know.
So, here's the deal. I love that answer because, yeah,
It's true. It's a
I
good
mean,
answer.
that's such a real thing. Now you got me all like sappy over here. I just look like ZPC, like this is what we're about, is trying to be a community, to be connected. And it's like for you, like you've jumped into our family and like not only have you spent so much time during quarantine. I know maybe you guys don't see it, but the time you've spent going to different locations for videos, coming up with ideas, doing whole things and throwing them out because they weren't good enough, and then calling people and texting people and hanging out and doing Zoom calls. I mean, you've like, not only is this home, but you've become a part of the family. And we just, I don't know.
That's good to hear.
I
No, that's
was
good to
really
hear.
glad you said something positive because I feel very positively about you. And I know we all do. So like I said, like we've said before, that was Brendan's phone number. So shoot him a text, some sort of encouraging word. He might even edit this out. And we just want to make sure he
No,
knows
I
that
love
this is home.
affirmation.
Yeah, feed him. Yes.
No, but I mean, to speak to that, I have been a part of a lot of churches, and I know I'm still young, but ever since I can remember, my dad has been in a church working. I mean, so that's probably 5 or 6 years old. I've been in churches, and we've been in multiple churches from California to Indiana to California back here to Indiana.
Oh, gosh.
And so just church after church after church, I've seen so many bodies of people. And this one is just like, I haven't had as many people stick up for me, support me, fight for me, go to bat for me than here in CBC. So yeah, it has definitely become home. Yeah.
Well, we love you, man.
That's awesome.
That's so great. I do have a
Appreciate
follow-up
it.
question about how many times you went to and from California.
Yeah.
Did you ever wear puka shells?
I've
Don't-
never surfed.
Don't
I've never
lie.
That's more Hawaii, isn't it?
Nah, puka shells are very like mainland. I don't
Or is it
think
like
Hawaii
surfer
would-
thing? Yeah, I've never surfed.
It's like-
I'm not a surfer.
But like, yeah, you don't have to be a surfer. I knew
No.
Midwesterners who wore puka shells. There's
No.
people watching this.
I
right
think
now?
someone's calling you.
Is that?
That.
Are you? Is this your really uncomfortable way of getting me to stop talking?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
cool.
someone's calling.
Yeah, on the phone that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah, someone's calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. So the non-existent person,
It's Ron Swanson.
the
He's right there.
non-existent person
That's smart.
right there. We could have just been like, look, we have a portable cell phone. I saw a guy recently do this, and it worked.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. All that to say, guys, we're out of time. There's nothing left. There's no natural
Yeah.
closing here. We love you. We miss you. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, keep your
Ditto.
eyes open. Keep your eyes open. If you're not following us on social media, do that, right? Because we're going to be putting stuff out. There's going to be
Yeah.
events coming up.
We're gonna have a new social media page here soon.
It's going to be coming up in the near
So,
future.
yeah,
Just
next
keep your
week or
eyes
so.
open.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. Keep nagging your parents to read their emails.
Read the
because there's an
emails.
email that comes out every week. But hopefully you guys like this. It's a little different, guys, because everything is different right now. I mean, we're in quarantine. We're stuck in our houses. We don't have anything to do. But this is not a normal late early morning show. But we wanted to change it up because when we come back together and our next late early morning show that is in this room together is going to be just like Rowan, and it's going to be epic. I can promise you that. We have some great things in store. So,
Hey, that's all we have time for. I'm getting the
like
call.
this plant, we're done for. So hopefully I hear from you guys soon, and hopefully we can get together soon. I miss you guys. We love you guys. See ya.